live from Mesquite Creek Outfitters in beautiful downtown Georgetown, Texas. This is the Eagle Nation Coaches Show with head coach Chuck Griffin and the voice of your Georgetown Eagles, Wally Harmon. Thanks for joining us tonight, and here's Wally. Mesquite Creek Outfitters is located at 704 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown, Texas. Come enjoy a refreshing drink, a light menu, chat with friends, and maybe even shop a little bit. Mesquite Creek Outfitters is the host of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show every Wednesday. The show is live at 6 p.m. at MCO.
Mesquite Creek Outfitters from the Eagle Nation Coaches Show live here on the square in Georgetown, Texas. Dave England joins us tonight, along with Kelly DeVaul on the road in New Jersey. Tonight, not here with us, but a beautiful night to talk Georgetown Eagle football. Coming off a big district opening win on the road at A&M Consolidated. And Dave,
I think the chatter has to be all about this Eagle defense. Exactly. Huge win on the road. Open district with a big victory. We're 1-0 in district now. That's probably up on the goal board for the football team. But the defense has really shown out this year. And last Friday night, they did an amazing job. It was fun watching them just run all over the place and shut down an A&M Consolidated team that has caused us fits for a number of years, and now we got the better of them. It felt very, very good to come home from College Station with us.
0 turnovers for the defense through the first 3 games. 5 turnovers on Friday night against Consolidated. The joke there at the tailgate we talked about it was some statements made. How about 3? What if we do 3? And this team went out and took care of business. A couple of beautiful strip sacks from behind. Mason Goggins, a beautiful strip sack. Landry Leggett all over the ball, recovering fumbles. Big hit on 3rd down. The Consolidated going for it on 3rd down there on their last drive. No timeouts. A big hit by Landry Leggett. Then the sack on 4th down to get the ball back. And the defense just continue to perform. And we'll get to talk to head coach Chuck Griffin here in a minute about that. But the offense, when it mattered the most, you talk about games where the defense will make your life difficult on the offensive side of the ball. Not clicking all night in the sense of just up and down the field, but when this team needed it, down 10-7, what a performance! A 75-yard drive. They push it all the way down. Andrew Fetter F's it off with a touchdown to take the lead, and then this defense holds again to hold on and get that ball. Nothing better than victory formation on the road, especially in Bryan College Station area, to get a win to open up district. And so some big performances. Landry Leggett back on the field. You can't say enough about the performance that he had. And you continue to talk about 2 players that fly all over that field, and Garrett Lloyd and Mason Goggins. They were all over the field on Friday night. But then you talk about that line. They're just doing a great job of controlling that line with Valenta and Turbinville and Andrew Urban and just multiple players on this defense continuing to step up and make plays when they need them. And the trash team got abused on Friday night, which was good. It had been lonely for 3 games sitting over there, but it was great to see Landry come back from an injury and step right back into that role in a dominating performance, multiple tackles on the night. Seeing O.C. Presley, big breakup on the, you can tell he's frustrated himself. I think he should have hauled it in for an interception, but a big pass breakup. Leo Diaz with an interception down near the goal line. This is a huge interception that changed the momentum there. And so this defense just continued to shine like they have all season, and maybe one of the best defensive performances I may have witnessed in high school football, just up and down the field for this Georgetown Eagle team. But now you got to put it behind you, and we'll get to talk to Coach Griffin about it one more time before we look forward to the Hendrickson Hawks, who are going to come in. They're on a high 3-1 on the year. They had a first game win in district over the Glen Grizzlies, 24-3. And so a good Hendrickson Hawk team coming in. They continue to get better each and every week. So another battle, but this one back in the friendly confines of Purple Block Field.
Yeah, this district is no joke. So it was great having, like you said, Landry back. I think there's probably I don't know all the dynamics, but I have to imagine there's a vibe when he's back and this whole squad is together. I was fortunate enough to be on the sideline and saw his passion and the frustration after that Liberty Hill game. And so I was really looking forward to having him back. And everybody seems to be working together. And the timing couldn't be better. The bye week, everybody gets healthy, and we're on the road now. We're ready to go.
And you can't fail to mention Bobby Boucher having a great game out there as well. Seth Warren flying around, a couple of big hits as well. Those names keep popping up. I tell you what, all these players on the defensive side. And then when you see the subs go in, they're in there making plays right around that 95-90 equation that gets graded on this team. That'll be a good talking point to get Coach Griffin to talk about how they responded to that as this season goes on.
I think our defense has given us time this year to work out the wrinkles on offense for our OC to figure out how does he want to attack what Consol or what other teams are throwing at us. And our defense has given us that opportunity to work out those kinks and attack. Because that last drive was exactly what we needed. That last final drive to go ahead drive. It was a well-balanced drive, I thought. Run, pass, a little bit of everything, and it worked really well.
Davin Sedgwick with a couple of huge catches on that one down towards the ground that he held on to. Just big plays made all up and down the field. Cody Hollubeck with another touchdown in the game after 3 against Liberty Hill. Then he continued it on, which is funny. Up in the booth, we were talking about it. It looked like the pass was going to the back of the end zone to Von Espinoza, and Hollubeck comes out of nowhere and just catches it for the touchdown. And it was beautiful. It may have been the best pass. I mean, where it was supposed to go.
It worked.
But to us, looking up from the stands, it was like, wow, where was that supposed to go to? But it was a touchdown, and Cody Hollubeck there again. Making another play on the offensive side of the ball. You saw this defense at Consol concentrate on the running game and give the running game fits and force us to beat them other ways, and the offense answered with that in the end. And so a big win on the road. The Eagles improved to 2-2 overall, but that's really null and void. It's a 1-0, that big record that we look at now, a district the rest of the way out, and a big game this Friday night back at Burkle-Bach Field against the Hendrickson Hawks before we go back on the road to Leander the following week. So let's take a quick time out. When we get back, we will bring up head coach Chuck Griffin and talk Eagle football with the boss man himself here at Mesquite Creek Outfitters. The Eagle Nation Coaching Show continues on in just a moment.
Mesquite Creek Outfitters is located at 704 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown, Texas. Come enjoy a refreshing drink, a light menu, chat with friends, and maybe even shop a little bit. Mesquite Creek Outfitters is the host of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show every Wednesday. The show is live at 6 p.m. at MCO.
We're back here live at Mesquite Creek Outfitters, 704 South Austin Avenue on the square in Georgetown, joined by the head coach, Chuck Griffin. Coach, welcome back this week.
Thanks, man.
We had to deal with Coach Beatty last week, but he did an admirable job filling in for you. But, man, a big road win to open up district. Talk about that. I think it's what everyone would have dreamed of, and a great job by this team. How happy are you with that win in College Station?
Man, wins are big. So, I mean, it's hard to win football games. So, getting a win is big. Getting a district win is big. Beating A&M Consolidated is big. You know, a good football program. So, all of it, you know, we're really happy with the way it all worked out. So, you know, man, I'm proud of our team. Just you mentioned it a while ago, it's one of the best defensive performances I've ever been around. It's my 11th season total in Georgetown, and I don't know that I've seen that more than once or twice, and if that. And, you know, just tremendous defensive effort. really proud of our offensive guys. Like, backs against the wall, and we got to go down and score, and we go down and pull it out, and that's huge, So that's a good growth game for our team to come together a little bit, to grow, to get better, and I'm really proud of them and proud of their effort.
Coach, Coach Nicky was there with Georgetown for a while, then he went to Cedar Park and came back. Talk to us about bringing him back in. What I think a very wise addition to bring him back in, and he seems like he's created quite a spark on our defense.
I mean, if you know anything about Tim, just his personality, he creates a spark everywhere he goes, and that's just the kind of guy he is. And that was one of the reasons I hired him. One of the reasons I tried when I came in 2019 to bring him on, and he just wasn't ready to do it at that time, and so we're really fortunate it worked out this time. Coach Pat retired, and he's brought a ton of energy. And he knows Georgetown football. I think that's really big, the consistency on our staff. Coach Beatty been there 8 years. Coach Flo's been there 8 years. Coach Ganey's been there, I think, like 17 years. This will be my 11th season total. Just having that continuity and bringing somebody back that's been a part of that was really big. So he's been a great addition to our staff for sure.
Talk about the buy-in from this defense that in that 2 years that he's been back on as the defensive coordinator, that these players have totally bought in and trust him with the calls and are putting on performances like that this year.
Yeah, our entire staff on the defensive side does a really good job, and Coach does a great job leading those guys and leading our defensive coaches as well, and our kids have bought in. That's one of the things we talk about our four-way test is, it is coaches believing in coaches, players believing in players. It is coaches believing in players and players believing in coaches, and you've got to make sure that is all together to have a successful team. And our guys are bought in and listening to what he's asking them to do and doing a really good job of it.
To take the ball away 5 times on defense, a great performance.
Yeah.
You're getting back Landry Leggett. Your performance continues with, we talked about those names, the Goggins, the Lloyd, the Warrens, the O.C. Presley, Leo Diaz. You can name all this defense. They continue to perform week after week.
Yeah.
How do you guys keep those kids motivated? How do you top that one now? How do they come out and perform again at that level?
It's not about topping that one. It's not about really we're trying not even to talk about, hey, we're winning the next game or we're trying to score this many points or this many turnovers. It's got to be what we call our 1-0 mindset. Like, we're going to win this rep, and that's it. And when that one's over, you win this rep. And if you stack enough of those wins up over the night, the score will take care of itself. So that's our mindset. That's what we're trying to do in practice. That's what we're trying to do on a weekly basis. That's from game to game. That's the mindset. We've set some goals out there, but if we focus on so many of our goals down the road, we'll miss stuff that's going on right here. So the goal is just to get better like this rep.
Talk about that 9-5-90. We talked about it before on a night like this. How big was that? This defense seemed to be flying to the ball. How does this defense continue to grade out for you guys that knowing that you look at that from practice to the games?
Yeah, they're doing a tremendous job with that, and that's kind of the thing that we've got this year that defensively that's pretty special. We got a really good team speed, which to be honest is a little bit unusual for Georgetown, in history, and so to have a lot of team speed and guys on that side of the football that can run and they're buying into the 9-5-90 idea, we're able to get hats to the ball and make some plays.
Talk about the offense side. You talk about it wasn't all good, all great all night. How did you keep them, and how does this offense keep themselves focused in it to know on a game-winning drive like that, to respond being down for the first time all game, to have to drive down the field 75 yards, they put it together, performed great on that drive, and end up stealing that win really on the road away from them. How do you keep those guys focused in and not to get frustrated through the night and give up on themselves or the scheme that y'all are running?
Well, our offense put up 40 points twice, so they're not broke. They struggled, and that's because A&M Consolidated had a really good plan. And not only do they have a good plan, but they also executed it very well. I mean, they got players, and they made it hard on our offensive line. They showed us a different picture almost every single snap, and that's difficult when you're trying to figure out who to and where to and how to block stuff up. So it's just a matter of staying true to what we do and who we are, just continuing to continue to drive the nail. And at some point, you can get it to sink. At some point it's going to happen, and it happened for us on the last drive. So.
And it's also next man up, because at some point we had a replacement offensive lineman have to come in. And so that's big kudos to those guys for always being prepared to be able to come in. And
that's got to be the mindset at every position, it's not always the same caliber, but it's got to always be the same, the same mindset. And we had some offensive linemen that played that don't typically play because of some injuries and some stuff. But, man, those guys stepped up and did a great job.
They put the game behind us. We go on
Yeah.
to week number 2 of the district. We bring in the Hendrickson Hawks here on Friday night at Birkelbach. What do we look for out of the Hawks? Some changes at quarterback in and out. We were discussing that earlier due to some injury. I'm trying to get the inside scoop from my buddy whose kid plays on the team, and it looks like a health
Just
deal.
you using that friendship. That's right. I appreciate it.
That's right. Hey, sometimes Georgetown football takes precedence. So, but talking to him and different aspects of health on their team, what do we look for out of Hendrickson?
Coach Pierce has done a really good job. He's been there this is his second year, and he's a young guy and kind of got him fired up. And they're playing with a lot of energy. They won the last 3 games, and so they're playing with a lot of energy and focused up and doing a really good job. So we're going to be prepared. They're athletic, like they always are. They've had a little injury at quarterback, so I kind of think we know who we're going to see, but he hasn't played the last game and a half. But, they managed to win without him too. So they're a good football team. They're coached well. Coach does a really good job. So, athletic, coached well, a lot of energy. Like, we've got to go play well. And it's just district football. Like, it's that way every week. So.
After a big win on the road at Consolidated, how hard was it to get the team back focused, ready to prepare for this week?
Not really. They just kind of they're kind of buying in the idea of the 1-0 mentality, and then just stepping in and taking care of business and came right back to work Monday ready to go.
Friday night we take on the Hendrickson Hawks live at Birkelbach Field. 7 p.m. will be the kickoff. Come join us. 5:30 there's going to be a tailgate. We'll talk about or 5 o'clock usually. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. There at the field, come join in. The players come do their walkthrough about 5:15ish, 5:30, to be there and support the kids as they head over to the locker room on the field and get ready for the ball game. What do we look for out of the Eagles on Friday night? Continue more of the same, another attack from this offense? And
trying to continue to put things together, and continue to get better special teams, continue to get better on the offense, and continue to grow defensively. That's the goal every week is to get better every rep, get better every game. So that's just got to be our mindset this week going in.
Homecoming dance this last Saturday night.
Yeah.
Little distractions, but this.
Our job is to win the football game. Really, we haven't even talked about homecoming, to be honest with you, because it's just not really on our radar. Our job is to win the football game. That's our role in this thing. I'm grateful they moved the dance to last week because I don't have to worry about it. It's not really a distraction for our guys. So. I think they're ready to go. Had a good week of practice.
Before I let you go, update, how's Tucker doing?
Good. Yeah, he's doing good. He's got him a little internship, so he's working a couple of days a week in the weight room, training. I think yesterday he worked with like men's lacrosse and maybe girls wrestling and maybe men's basketball, helping them out in the weight room, trying to learn how to be a strength coach and dressing out at home games and charting plays and running a scout team quarterback and all that kind of stuff. And he's got all A's right now, so that's even better.
That tops it all off right there. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, a couple of Eagle players will visit with us here in just a moment. We're live at Mesquite Creek Outfitters, 704 South Austin Avenue on the square. We'll be right back here on the Eagle Nation Coaches Show.
Mesquite Creek Outfitters is located at 704 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown, Texas. Come enjoy a refreshing drink, a light menu, chat with friends, and maybe even shop a little bit. Mesquite Creek Outfitters is the host of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show every Wednesday. The show is live at 6 p.m. at MCO.
Back here live, Mesquite Creek Outfitters, the Eagle Nation Coaches Show rolls on with the official founding member, the only person to ever be the true focus of the Petterhead Fan Club. It is Andrew Petter. I tell you what, Kelly couldn't be here. Of all nights that we talked to you,
Yeah.
Kelly couldn't be here. The true official founder of the Petterhead Fan Club. Kelly just loves the fact that occurred, and it's carried on. I finally got to meet the president and vice president, your grandparents, last week in Consolidated and everything. But a senior year, big number 22 rumbles on. Another big performance against Liberty Hill, 260-something yards and multiple touchdowns. But then you go to a game like this against Consolidated. Tough running, but when it mattered the most, you punched the ball in the end zone. Talk about that feeling on Friday night, how that went in that whole play to put what ended up being the winning touchdown on the board.
Yeah, it was a great feeling. I mean, to start off slow, didn't really get anything going towards the end, but to be able to finish out the game, even though we didn't do great through the whole game, be able to finish and get the win, that's all that matters.
On a drive like that, I was talking to Coach about it, how you guys stay motivated in the game, knowing when things aren't going well all the time, to come out in a big 75-yard drive at the time where it mattered the most, to go out and get that win. How do you guys stay focused? How do you keep this offense on the focused area ready to go no matter what, even when things aren't the best?
Yeah, I mean, just keeping our energy up and keep believing in ourselves. What Coach Griffin was saying earlier, players believe in players and coaches believe in players, and the four-way test, so we just kept doing that.
What was Consolidated showing you on that line that you were seeing during the first part of the game that gave you challenges?
Well, they had their line was pretty good, but the linebackers were filling holes pretty fast, so it was just kind of hard to get the run game going.
On a big touchdown there at the end, go to the what do we call that? The Wildcat, the Petter Cat, whatever we call it, the 222 Wildcat. When we see you back there, teams, I have to be fearful. We're excited as ever. What did you see on that last play? Walk us through that. That ball comes back to you. It seemed like a tough sled, and you find a hole there and climb in for the touchdown. Walk us through a play like that. What's going through your head when you get back there and get for that play to start off?
Yeah, well, first of all, I got to make sure everybody's set, and then try to have a good clap. That's something we've been working on this week. Get my claps better so we can hear them. But when I caught the ball, I saw the end coming off the backside. I'm supposed to pitch the ball or fake it to Cody, but I had to abort that and just get my head down and get in for a touchdown.
What's the feeling as you dive into the end zone there, realizing, hey, we just took the lead. This is a huge deal. What goes through your mind at that point for to score a touchdown like that? You've stayed so focused in the last 3 years as a team player, but what goes through the mind of Andrew Petter on a big play like that? How exciting is that for you?
Oh, yeah, it was a great feeling. I mean, to score after we hadn't been producing much in the game now came through for our defense after they had such a great game.
A performance like that out of the defense, are you guys the biggest cheerleaders on the sideline after having to run at them all week, especially in a 2-week period there during the break? Now to go out and to cheer them on, is the offense the biggest cheerleaders for that defense as they go out?
For sure. Yeah, especially like money down, third down. They're always getting up, cheering on the defense, get a stop. Your
senior year, it's been quite the run for you. Not a lot of players. We've talked to a few of you guys that have had 3 years of run on the varsity in your senior year. How is that going for you, and what's that looking like as you continue on? I know recruiting got going a lot this past summer, and that seems to be kind of lulled down during the season. But how's the senior year going for you? What's that going through your head as you trudge forward towards the end of this for Andrew Petter at Georgetown High School?
I'm definitely having a great time. Just, soaking in every moment for the last season with my boys.
How much fun are you having comparative to other years? Is it a leadership role that you're in that you challenge yourself more and more? Or is it now it's on cruise control on the leadership side, now it's focus and go perform?
Yeah, no, definitely a different role this year, being a big leader for the seniors, and I'm just very excited.
Any inside scoop on the future of Andrew Petter after Georgetown High School?
Not yet. Just focusing on game by game and just finishing the season.
Keep it on social media. Bring it. We got to have it when you go. It's been fun to watch through the summer as you healed up after last year at the end of the season and everything. We missed you getting to see you in basketball, but now back on the field. What do we look for Friday night? What do you look to do now as the big leader? Everyone knows that 22 is out there for Georgetown. Everyone's coming trying to stop 22. What's going through your mind as you go to game 2 this week with Hendrickson?
On the offense side, definitely execute. Just bring a lot of energy and execute the plays and get the win.
Andrew Petter, number 22 on your Georgetown roster. Any shout-out before I let you go?
Shout-out JV and AP.
JV and AP. All right, we'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, it's going to be Landry Leggett joining us live here at the Eagle Nation Coaches Show. We'll be right back at Mesquite Creek Outfitters on the SHN Network. We waste no time. We're back here live, Mesquite Creek Outfitters, 704 South Austin Avenue on the square here in Georgetown, joined now by number 13. His name is Landry Leggett. And what a performance. Landry, you came back injured in week number 1. Had to take some time off, came back, and what a better, you couldn't think of a better time to come back than on the road at Consolidated High School. It looked like you were roaring to go based on that performance. Not surprising, but exciting to watch and be able to witness and call that game. How much fun did you have Friday night at Consolidated?
So much fun. Just being out from sitting out these past couple of weeks, dealing with this major injury I had going into week 1. It was challenging at moments, but I knew that I had to step in and be a team player as much as I could. And when I got, cleared for this last game, I was excited and I was going to give it everything I got.
Any problems Friday night through the performance with the injury now that you're back?
No, sir.
Yeah, that's what I love to hear. I'm not going to lie. Love to hear that. One, we want everybody to be injury-free, but to coming back from an injury, you always take that risk. Talk about that game. You guys seem to be on fire as a defense. You're required to be you challenge yourself to be a leader on the sidelines when you're not playing. How much fun was it to be back on the field and be that leader on the field for your defense?
Oh, it was amazing. Getting ready before that game, I got told by Coach Nicky that I probably wouldn't have getting as much reps as I wanted to just because I hadn't been, fully prepared for the game yet. And, Chance went down with a little ankle injury, so I just jumped in and gave it everything I had, and,
So Coach Nicky wasn't going to be very successful getting you off the field at that point, is what I've taken away from
No,
it.
I made it after the second quarter. I made it very clear I was going to stay in the field no matter what.
And we are all collectively glad that you did. The performance you guys, you as a defense put on, but Landry himself, 2 recovered fumbles, a couple of big hits. They're at key times. That third down hit on Martinez. Talk us through that play. You guys know at this point they have nothing but they've got to go. No timeouts. Walk through that play as you saw Martinez get the ball in that big hit to stop him and force a 4th down.
Well, I think that was at the point where we were down and they're up by 3 from the field goal. And we know just from their field position where they were and what down it was, we had to get a critical stop to get our offense back on the field. And Coach Nicky happened to call the perfect play, and everything panned out perfect, and got a hit and got a sack off of it.
We talk about this buy-in. We talked about it with Coach Griffin, that Coach Nicky's come in here in this last 2 years. You now in your 3rd year on the varsity, and one of the leaders on that defense, you and Michael Valenta, names that have been around since your sophomore years on the varsity. Talk about that buy-in. How easy has it come for you guys to buy in and trust this process and trust Coach Nicky and his scheme? You guys seem to be on the same page as a team out there on the field. How easy has that been with Coach Nicky and his energy that he brings?
Oh, it's super easy. Like Coach Griff said, he brings Angie to practice every day, and he puts a good game plan out for us. And to see everything pan out the way it does, you just gotta buy in the process every day and know that, no matter what he may throw your way, it's all for a good reason.
As the senior on this linebacking core, you've got Seth Warren there with you, Mason Goggins out there flying around with you guys. How much fun is this linebacking core? You add in there Cole Mitchell. Several others have been in there playing positions and filling in when you were out injured. How much fun is this linebacking core challenging each other to be the best linebacking core in the district?
It's very fun. I know that once my senior year is passed and the season's over, I know that we're going to be in good hands at linebacking core because, we have those guys that have been there, some since their sophomore year, some their first year on varsity, and they're taking every mental rep they can at practice, and just giving it the best in the games. And I know that we're going to be in good hands.
As our senior year continues on, how is it processing through it? I've missed a few games, but now back for the critical part of it in the district run to try to make a run to the playoffs. How's the senior year going for you personally as you process it and realize this is the last year for you here at Georgetown?
Obviously didn't start it off the way I wanted to with missing those couple of games, but right now I'm just very thankful just to be on the field. We got some of our other teammates who unfortunately got their season taken away due to other injuries. So right now I'm just thankful, and in every game, take it day by day and give everything I got.
What plans after high school?
Go play somewhere. I don't know where yet.
Yeah.
Got to focus game by game right now.
So that answers any recruiting insight from Landry as well. So make sure someone stays on social media. Keep us updated as we watch your trek to the next level here leaving Georgetown. I tell you what, the stamp you're making on this team and the leadership that you're showing is just fun to watch. The energy continued to just go up and up Friday night. How big, I asked Andrew and the offense being you guys fans, how hard are you guys on the defense supporting this offense? Knowing on a game like that was tough the other night, but then they go out and put up that last touchdown. How big of a cheerleader are you guys on the defensive side for this offense to keep them motivated and in the game, even through maybe some up and downs?
Extremely motivated. Obviously the offense didn't have as great as performance they had last Friday night, but we knew that if we kept giving 100% every single play, that there was going to be some upsides that had come our way, and we know that if we kept getting a stop and kept playing it at best to 100%, they're going to score, and scoring points wins the game.
How did it feel finally getting to make use of the turnover trash can again this year? 5 big turnovers for this defense. How exciting was that for a defensive unit? You guys go out and make a total different change. No turnovers through. Good defense performances. But then to get 5 in a big night like that, how much fun was that for this defensive unit? It's
extremely exciting. We starting out through the last 4 weeks last season, we had probably close to 7 or something like that turnovers. And, coming through these first 3 weeks leading up to that game, we had no turnovers, and we had been preaching all of that week saying that we had to get turnovers, and happened to have a big night and have 5 of them. 5
turnovers forced by this defense. Before I let you go, any shout-outs tonight?
Shout out Caden Leggett, shout out Gage Leggett, and shout out Mama Leggett.
Mama Leggett. All right. Landry Leggett, number 13 on your Georgetown Eagles. We'll take a timeout when we come back. A little Major League Baseball trivia between the offense and the defense. We'll be right back here on the Eagle Nation Coaches Show live by Mesquite Creek Outfitters. We're back live. We got to turn this mic up. All right. Nope. We'll try it again. Try it again. Is that one on? Nope. You're not coming through. Whoop. Oh, sorry. Hey, there we go. All right, we're back live. Mesquite Creek Outfitters. The offense and the defense this week was Major League Baseball trivia. So now we'll go reverse. We'll introduce the players, and I'm going to hand it to you, and you speak directly into the mic so they can hear you. So you can introduce yourself. Defense goes first.
Michael Valenta, Garrett Lloyd, Mason Goggins,
Andrew Petter.
Noah Boris.
Xavier Warren.
Xavier's to his defense said, it's baseball trivia. I have yet to ever watch a baseball game. So we'll see how this one goes. So we go to MLB trivia. Who won the Major League Baseball championship last year?
Houston Astros.
That is correct. The Houston Astros. All right, question number 2. This may be controversial. We'll see what y'all agree or not. Who is the all-time Major League Baseball home run leader?
Barry Bonds.
That is correct. Some people will argue the asterisks on it, but I think it's Barry Bonds. Question number 3. We'll see if y'all can get this one. This will be more for the dads to enjoy. Who was given a lifetime ban from gambling on his own team, the Cincinnati Reds?
Pete Rose.
Correct. Pete Rose. All the dads are out there raising their hands like, All right. Any Astros fans? All right, here we go. Who are the 2 players in Astros history with 200-plus hits in a season? One of them is retired, and one of them is a current player. Anybody?
Jose Altuve.
Yep, that's good. Jose Altuve. That's a good one. We'll give him one. One other. He's retired. Anybody? Nope. Craig Biggio. He is the other. All right, question number 5. I know you've heard this name. Who is the Angels baseball player that pitches and plays outfield?
Shohei Ohtani.
That is correct. Defense got that one correct. So, let's see. 3-2. So, offense got the win, but point total will keep up. What's next week's trivia? USC. The UFC. All right, UFC. Wow. This will be interesting. I'll have to do my homework on this one. So, all right, we'll take a quick time out. When we come back. It's the State of the Booster Club address from Stephanie Lloyd. Might as well. We'll be right back here on the SHN Network. Back here live at Mesquite Creek Outfitters, Miss Stephanie Lloyd of the Booster Club. executive vice president of a lot of different things. I can't remember what it was last week, but it's a lot of things, and she does a lot for this Booster Club. Mom of number 16, Garrett Lloyd, and joins us again. She wore the official gear. It's why I named her. I looked up. She's wearing Georgetown gear again, and Jimmy Warren skipped this week again. So he must be out getting food ready for the tailgate on Friday, I'm sure.
That's it, yeah.
But Friday night's a home game. The tailgate last week, a lot of fans turned out at the Dixie Chicken. That was a fun atmosphere, and to join in there with the different A&M fans and the Auburn fans that were in there. And so a good turnout there. This week we're back home. What about tailgating on Friday night at Merkelbach?
Yeah, tailgating starting at 5. We're serving tacos, 5 to 6. Come out, 5:15. The boys will walk through. Come cheer them on as they walk to the stadium.
An opportunity for everyone to be a part. You don't have to be a member of the Booster Club. Come out and support. It's a fun time, especially to line that street as the kids come across from the field house all the way over to the stadium. And just a way to welcome them as they head over to get ready to go to work on Friday night against Hendrickson. Round 2 of the district playoffs. The Eagles 1-0 after a big win. The Booster Club continues to do great things. Things go well. What's the latest with the Booster Club? Anything to put out or update for us?
So we do need volunteers for Friday night. Sub-varsity parents come out, help work the merchandise. It is homecoming game, so it should be very crowded and very busy. So we definitely need sub-varsity parents to come and work the merchandise and sell merchandise on Friday night.
And it makes it easy this year, as it does every year. The merchandise is awesome. It's great stuff to pick from, as we have spent way too much on it. But come out and help Gretchen Falchesek and those ladies load it up, and we'll have it ready to go. What's the hours they need to be a part of that, and how do they contact someone to volunteer and be out there?
So go on our website, georgetownfootball.com. You can see the calendar and click on volunteer spots and choose what slot. Generally starting about 6:15 till 9, done at third quarter. So not the full game, but come out and support the Eagles and help sell merchandise.
GeorgetownFootball.com is the website for the Booster Club. You can go there to find out more information, to join the Booster Club, to be a part of it every Monday night, 6 p.m. The Booster Club meeting is in the field house. We get an update from the coaches on the JV and freshman games from Thursday night, and then the varsity update from Coach Griffin. He shows through some of the highlights and videos, talks about the game, and then gives you a chance to ask questions. Another spot where you're not going to get any more detailed information out of a coach. Coach Griffin comes there with his staff each and every week. It's an opportunity to just see it from the other side and enjoy it, and then be a part of the Booster Club meeting. It's usually pretty quick, and then you're out of there. Time to go have dinner after that. But 6 o'clock coming up Monday night. Any requirements to be a part of this Booster Club? How do they do it? What makes them a member?
No requirements at all. Come join us. Just come and support us. Support the boys. We need any and all volunteers. So just come and support. Come any night and ask questions. Monday at 6 to 7.
6 to 7 there at the field house. Come enjoy it with the coaching staff as they bring you the highlights with the Booster Club and go over. They do such great things for this program. And Friday night, we didn't even talk to Coach Griffin about it. But a new look coming for these Eagles, new equipment coming out. It's going to be a new release. The Icy Whites helmets look beautiful. Coach put it out on Twitter. A great video there with Garrett and Mason coming out and being their goofy selves in the video with the players as they revealed the new helmets. And they are beautiful. So come out Friday night. 7 o'clock, the game will kick off against Hendrickson Hawks. 6:15, we'll be live on the pregame on the SHN Sports Network. Myself, Dave England, Holden Toomer will be there on the call. Kelly Duvall back out of town. We still continue to think about Kelly and Tia through the tough time and the loss of her sister. And so our thoughts and prayers go out to Kelly and Tia and their family. Thanks for joining us live here tonight at Mesquite Creek Outfitters each and every week from this week on out. There will be no more bye weeks in the schedule. We'll be here at 6 p.m. at Mesquite Creek Outfitters, except next week we will be out on the field for the JV game. We will have the coaches show out there. Kelly and Dave will be live on the call of the coaches show with Coach Griffin there from the track, because it is a Thursday game on the road at Leander. And then Kelly and Dave and Holden will have the call of that game on Thursday night, as myself and my wife will be traveling to Las Vegas for a very important business trip. And so we will not be at that one. So next week on the Coaches Show, we'll be live out at the track. Come out there. It is fun setting up a tent, getting out of the sun, but yet talking to Coach with the background, the game in the background, an opportunity to check out the merchandise over at the concession stand as well, and to support this Booster Club team. Thanks for joining us live tonight. We'll be live Friday night, 6:15 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff. Come out to the field, support these kids and everything they do. They put on quite the show, and at 5 o'clock, come join us. Jimmy Buffett cooks. Jimmy Warren cooks us some great tacos, I'm sure. Someone else probably going to step in and do the tacos, but Jimmy Buffett music may be playing.
Sure, we'll play some.
You never know when you get there to the tailgate. Thanks for joining us live tonight. Thanks to Mesquite Creek Outfitters. You guys are awesome. Thanks each and every week for hosting us. We appreciate it. We'll take it from here and call it a night. Go home. Go enjoy yourself and see us Friday night live on the SHN Network. Have a good night, everybody.
Mesquite Creek Outfitters is located at 704 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown, Texas. Come enjoy a refreshing drink, a light menu, chat with friends, and maybe even shop a little bit. Mesquite Creek Outfitters is the host of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show every Wednesday. The show is live at 6 p.m. at MCO.